Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Iqbal Ifami Rahmat. My student ID is 2021848324. I would like to present about 3 basic good agricultural practices or agronomic of oil palm. So let's begin with weeding. Weed is unwanted white plants that grow in between crops, while weeding is the process of removing those unwanted plants. Weed will attract pests, pathogens and insects that will attack the oil palm. Also, weeds compete with oil palm directly for nutrients, light, space and water. There are several methods in weeding. I am going to explain only 2 methods, which is manual weeding and chemical weeding. First is manual weeding. In manual weeding, weeds are removed and collected by hands from the crop fields. Also include slashing, scraping and uprooting. Usually, manual weeding only requires our hand or simple tools such as hand weeder, hand fork, trowel, chisel and machete. Next is chemical weeding. Any technique that involves with the application of chemical to weeds or soil to control the growth of the weed species is a chemical weeding. Herbicide or weed killer are type of chemical that are toxic to plants. Chemical weeding is a widely used method because it is convenient and time effective. Some equipment in chemical weeding including pump sprayer, backpack sprayer and fumigator. Here are types of weeds. First class is class A, which is plants that could be cultivated in the field, such as leguminous cover crop, Paspalum conjugatum, and Euphorbia heterophylla. The second class is class B, which is useful but needs to be well controlled depending on the situation, such as Nephrolepis biserata and Axonopus compressus. For the third class is class C, which is unwanted plants that must be completely eliminated, such as Tridemia hirta, Estacia intrusa, and Lantana spp. Here are the example of the weeds of class A, B and C. For the second basic or good agricultural practice for oil palm is pruning. To maximize harvest, oil palm trees must keep as many of their fronds as feasible. Over pruning will cause a rise in the production of male inflorescences, which is followed by a sharp drop in the number and size of the bunch. Pruning of the fronds shouldn't start until the 4th year after planting. Only senescent and dead fronds need to be removed. Palm that is between 4 and 7 years old, at least 48 to 64 fronds per palm or 68 spires must be kept to achieve the biggest possible fresh fruit bunch. For palm between the age of 8 and 14 years, around 40 to 48 fronds per palm or 5 to 6 spirals must be kept. For palm older than 14 years, at least 32 fronds per palm or 4 spirals should be kept. Here are the method of pruning. First, front buds are cut off close to the trunk. Then, fronds are cut into and stacked on the front stack in box shape, with the bottom part behind the palms and the top part between the palms. After that is the timing of when we need to do the pruning. First, shortly before the peak production season so that harvesting can be done more efficiently, and during the dry period if possible. The equipment used for pruning. First is chisel for shorter palms. For the tall palms is harvesting sickle, and to cut the front into, we need to use axe, chisel or bush knife. For the last is water management. The management of water is an important part of growing oil palm since too little or too much water stresses the plant and has a negative impact on crop yields. Water management is also to lessen the effect of drought and flooding, to optimize the use of rainwater and fresh water by drainage, and as conservative technique for soil moisture and irrigation. Maintenance works is important to increase the efficiency of water management system. Some of the maintenance works is cleaning the canal and drains from debris such as fruit bunches, loose fruit, and fertilizer bag. Here are the example of water management drain. That is all from me on 3 basic good agricultural practices of oil palm. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.